So, you are in an unwanted interview for a job that you don't even want. You're sitting at a table, right? And there are people in the room, or maybe there's one person in the room. The coffee is stale. They don't have Poland Spring water, right? You don't even have any questions because you don't give a fuck enough about the job to have questions. You just got the job because you need a job, because you need money, right? You're shaking hands, right? You're probably dissociated, right? Meaning that you're not even there, so you're probably not, mentally of course, so you're probably not even going to remember anything about what the fuck is going on, right? So the person's talking to you and you're thinking about the social media, Facebook or Instagram meme that you saw last night because you stayed up a bit too late, right? And you can't be present with the interview, right? So you're just, yeah. So why would you be a good fit for this position? I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't want this job, right? Obviously, you're not saying that though, right? And you just continue shaking hands and stuff. It becomes a bit excessive, right? Everything just becomes machine-like, right? And that makes sense because that's the way that things have always been, right? And so, things keep going that way. You're starting to look at the clock because you realize that you've been sitting in this room with this person that you hardly know, and you're like, when the hell is this interview going to be over, right? Everything just feels so forced, so fake. The smiles, they're not real. The person feels more like a salesperson than anything else, right? You've been there before. Meaning you've been in that scenario before, right? Okay, thank you for coming in. We'll let you know. You get up and you're like, finally. And then you think about the fart that you've been holding in for the past 15 minutes, right? And you say, thank you so much for seeing me, rather than, I didn't want to be here anyway. You walk out the door, and you walk out to your car if you have one, or maybe a family member's picking you up, or maybe you're taking Uber, who knows, right? And then you go on with your day, and things don't feel different, right? Things just continue to feel the same. Then after a while, you start to think and feel that you never actually left the job interview. Maybe this is the Twilight Zone. Maybe it's not. But you think that after days and days and weeks and weeks and months and even a year, life starts to feel like you're stuck in an unwanted job interview, right? You just feel like you're going through the motions. You feel like your relationships are fucking fake. You feel like the people that you are in relationships with, or the people that you're trying to make relationships with, are actually just fucking salespeople, and they're trying to sell you on, this is how you do relationships. Hey, are you interested in this religion? Hey, and you just, it's over and over again, the same fucking thing. So then you find yourself, it's like a cookie cutter, one size fits all. You're moving down a metaphorical production line where everyone is just fitting you with the next piece of life. Here's the relationship, here's the college degree that you didn't even want, here's the marriage you didn't even want, right? You're so dissociated, you're so not present that life just starts to feel fucking artificial, right? And then it just keeps going that way, right? And you start to wonder if that's all there is. And then you see life is no different from an unwanted job interview. And things just keep getting more and more strange. You shake more and more hands of people that you just don't give a fuck having a relationship with because it doesn't feel real. It feels like they're trying to sell you something similar to how things were in the job interview. Oh, tell us why you're a good fit for this position. I'm not. What? You're not? Then why are you here? Because I don't want to be. And I was told that I need to get this job, even though I don't want it. So I'm doing a whole bunch of fucking things that I don't want to do because that's what I was told I need to fucking do. So you're going to get the version of me that is completely out of touch with myself, who's fucking dissociated, doesn't give a fuck about anything you're saying, doesn't give a shit about your company, looks at your company and is like, what even is that? Doesn't make any sense. And then fast forward 10 years down the line, your company went out of fucking business because some bullshit, right? It's just like... You know, when I think about life being like, and feeling like an unwanted... being and feeling like you're stuck in an unwanted job interview, I really think about a human's capacity to be so disconnected from themselves and from other people, you know. I have been in job interviews for jobs that I really don't want, and that's because I've done things that I really don't want to do, and that's because of boundary issues, right? I have tried to make friends with people that feel more like fucking salespeople, that the only way that I can be friends with them, the only way that a friendship can even happen, is if I buy into this or I buy into that. Man, artificial forced relationships are fucking weird. And I've experienced what I would argue to be a number of them, you know? Yeah, it fucking sucks to feel disconnected from yourself. It really does. Because you really can't be disconnected. I mean, you really can't be connected to other people if you're disconnected from yourself. Because the only way that you can know what it is that you actually want and need is when you're connected to yourself. So you're going to be doing things that are inauthentic to you if you're disconnected. You're going to be doing things that are inauthentic to you with other people if you're disconnected from yourself. That's what happens. That's how life ends up feeling like you're stuck in an unwanted job interview because you're disconnected from yourself. So you're doing things that you don't want to do, and you know, you're dissociated and you're just not there. You're just, you know, the people that are talking to you, they're just trying to fill the position to fucking go out of town so they can stop giving a fuck about their company that they genuinely don't care about, because all they care about is becoming a fucking millionaire, right? When life starts to feel like you're stuck in an unwanted job interview, everything is just forced. You're doing things to get something rather than because you actually enjoy doing what it is that you're doing. I've been there. I've been in the position of doing things as a means to an end. I'm doing this to get that, rather than I'm doing this because I enjoy it. It's wild. It really is. I think one of the scariest things in my own experience in life is to feel disconnected from yourself, to, you know, to not know yourself, to not know why you're doing the things that you're doing. And I would argue that that's probably one of the most important aspects of life, and also personal development, is to know exactly why you're doing what you're doing. Because there's always a reason. Always.